My role in the Department of Theater Arts and Dance here is as director of the acting program. What we have here is what's called a block program. We like to think of it as a conservatory style program within a state university. So typically a student will take 7 courses over 4 years, beginning with a beginning foundational class. Then there's a course in text and scene study, another course in characterization, and then they're ready to go into what we call the block. And the block is a 4-semester cycle. Students study for 10 hours a week over 4 semesters, and the 4 semesters in acting are Shakespeare, physical theater, non-realism, and what we call an exposure block, where students do some work on camera, and they also work with a professional artist that they've never met before to develop a piece on their own. So in addition to that, there are also voice classes that they take, and there's voice support in every show they do. So we try and cover as many bases as we can. In addition to voice work, we'll have specialty instructors come in to teach like stage combat. They work a lot with dance programs, so they get exposure to that. So it's a pretty broad range of things in a really small environment. There are about 40 actors here in the program, which means you can't get lost, and you really get to know everybody, and everybody gets to know you.
My name is Kristen Daly, and my role in the department, I sort of have a few roles. I am the chair of the Department of Theater Arts and Dance, and I am the dance program director. Well, I would say the focus is to foster authenticity, to have the students really sort of know who they are as artists, as dancers, as human beings, as they go through the program and as they leave, right? So there's a sense of individuality, there's a sense of both fostering intelligence and creativity. I would say that our focus dancing-wise, like technique-wise, is contemporary or modern, so we're sort of trained dancers that way in that style, but also we have classes in ballet and jazz and hip-hop. But we try to stay, when I say contemporary, I just mean like what is happening now, right? So that's sort of I have this idea of creating, of that it's a mind, body, spirit connection, and that we are not just teaching automatons or dancers, but human beings to be creative. I think life's too short to not do what you love. So my thing is, if it speaks to you and if it moves you and it's your passion, then you should follow it.
My name is Anthony Bish, and I'm the head of the technical emphasis here at Sonoma State. Well, the technical emphasis starts in your freshman year, and we look for you to complete at least 2 of the first year designs, sets, lights, or costumes. In the sophomore year, we would like you to also accomplish stage management, which includes managing a show. In the junior year, when a student begins to focus on what they're really going to be accomplishing, therefore a technical emphasis, they'll take something called the block. And the block is a 4-day-a-week class that comes in two parts. There's a foundation where you work on skills, whether they be painting, drawing, drafting. We also work on other skills, physical skills, such as lathe or welding, rigging, things like that. Along with the block, there is the advanced design. So juniors in particular take 2 semesters of advanced design, and there we work on specific light sets, costumes, special effects, music projects, things like that.
Well, my name is Dr. Lynn Morrow, and my role here at the university is in the music department. I am the director of the voice program and the director of the opera music theater program here. Well, each year I'm able to produce one large show, and every other year it's an opera or a musical. And I have voice students who come to study either more classical singing, or they come to study music theater singing. And so I alternate every year in the program. And then I have the Music Theater Scenes Workshop, which is open to all students across the campus, music majors, music minors, and any students who are interested in learning about it. So the Music Theater Scenes Workshop functions in a couple of different ways. One is that the students choose songs that they're interested in singing, and then we write a show around those songs. What we did this semester was choose scenes from actual shows that ran into songs the students were interested in singing, and we put those scenes together. And then the other way that it has worked in the past is we've had a young composer who was interested in writing a show, and he worked with the students who were also writers. They wrote the lyrics, he wrote the music, and we created a show that way. So it's very flexible.
So I'm Scott Horstein. I'm a professor of dramaturgy and contemporary theater here in the Theater Arts and Dance Department at Sonoma State University. Theater studies is for people who want to be playwrights, directors, teachers, arts managers, people who may want to be scholars and go on to graduate school. It's also for people who might be actors or designers and might not want to follow a concentrated acting or designing track because they might want to explore things more broadly. So we focus on dramatic literature, playwriting, theater history, a lot of literary analysis, things like that. Yeah, so the dramaturgy program is 4 years old, and in that time we've had about 10 student dramaturgs. There's a national collegiate dramaturgy competition through the prestigious Kennedy Center for the Arts in Washington, D.C., and we've had a number of students who've done very well in that competition, and just this year one of our students, Celine Delcare, was named the national winner for the dramaturgy competition, and had playwright Dylan Waite, who's been a semifinalist at the regional level for his plays in the Kennedy Center competition. So we're having an impact on what's happening here in the department, but we also have the work of our students being recognized on a regional and national level.